Hi team. Today we are going to see the offerings. What are the modules enabled in this application? So first go to setup and maintenance. In the setup and maintenance screen, click the action button. In this last options, go to offerings. So in the offering is initially start the development. What are the offering system is enabled, those functionality only able to do the development activities. So initially purchase this Oracle Fusion Cloud application. So what are the offerings of the modules is enabled, so based on that we can do that development. So first of all, compensation management, configure price codes, custom data management, and workforce deployment, workforce development. So in the workforce deployment, we can opt in futures. Okay. So in the opt-in features, we have to enable that modules one by one in the inheritance of these features. For example, workforce profiles we need, we can enable. We don't need, we can disable these features. Or benefits, individual compensation. So once it disabled, it will it's asking if you disable the workforce profiles function area, the associated offering will be impacted. Already existing this, so this warning pop-up is coming. So you can cancel this and enable this. Then what are the features you want? You can enable these features in this opt-in features and cancel this. Go to view opt-in history. This is compensation management. This is history we can able to see here. And or product management, what are the features is available, we can enable or disable in these modules. So based on that we can offering, and then go to setup, home button, go to same setup and maintenance. In this screen, same these are the setup, workforce deployment, workforce development, service, sales, marketing. So these all setups we can offering here. So what are the, for example, in the workforce deployment, these all functional areas is available, right? So Any functional areas if you do not want, so you can disable or enable in this offering systems. So go to offering, opt-in features. You can first of all select setup, click the opt-in feature. You can enable or disable. You can check here status also. For example, this compensation management status is enabled. Enable means it will show the setup. For example, I will disable this compensation management. You can see here. Go to setup and maintenance. I take it one more screen. So here I am going to disable this. Okay, here compensation management setup is enabled. I totally disable this, disable the offering. So before click OK, I can show in another screen window. See here it's showing compensation management setup. So once I disable, uh, here in this drop down list, this will not appear. Okay, so I can disable this offering, disabled. So now you can see here, I can come again, setup and maintenance. See, the compensation management is not appear here because we already disabled this setup in this window, right? So now I can enable this compensation management. So all features it will enabled. For example, workforce profile, right? So here it's I can come here in the drop down list. See compensation management it's showing. First I click the compensation management. In the setup compensation management, these all functional areas is showing, right? So for example, benefits is showing. So in the first window, the benefits, the functional area, I can disable this particular functional area. So click OK. So the benefits functional area it's disabled. So in the another window, uh, it's not loaded. So before loading I can see the benefits functional area. So now I can refresh this screen, come to setup and maintenance, compensation management setup. I can select that compensation management. See the benefits functional area is not showing here because the functional area feature in disabled, right? So whatever enabled or disabled, you can opt in here. So now I can enable the benefits functionality. Okay, so these are offering system, and we can start the enterprise structure. Before creating the manage implementation project, in the manage implementation project we can create the project structure. For example, name implementation project name, code, description, status, assign to. Who is that initial project handler? For example, project manager. You can assign start date when you can start this project. So start date is today date and click next. It's loading. Okay. So the before implementation project, what are the functional modules we can include or exclude? So for example, workforce deployment module I can include. So what are the modules I can include? Those kind of functional areas we can develop the project. So initial implementation of the project, first of all we can select the module wise. After that, save the project and open the project. For example, I can select what are the functionality it need. Compensation management. So in the compensation management, include all features. Human resource, business intelligence analytics. So in the workforce deployment, I can enable payroll, absence, workforce scheduling, workforce prediction, individual compensation, time and labor, workforce policy profiles, network and workforce management, and human resource business intelligence analytics. So workforce deployment also I can include all features. Okay. So what are the features you want? You can include and save and open the project. This is initial setup for implementation project. So project manager, it's create the initial setup and assign the task to team members for implementing the module wise. We can assign the task to individual team members. So we can track the status also. The task is completed or in progress or not yet started. So those kind of status also we can able to tracking here. So I can show that. It's still loading. Okay. So task list and task is showing. So what are the modules I enabled? Those task is showing here. So included these all. So status is showing not yet started in this color mark. So assign task. Assign task means select one. Okay, okay. So for example, workforce deployment, I can select assign task, assign same date to all user. Okay. notes, whatever you can complete, or anything notes you can give. Assigned user, you can assign this task to particular user id. So already the user is available in the system. You can choose and select the user id and give that details and add this task. Okay, and once added the task to that user, then the user log into their own login credential. They will come to this screen and edit the status of the assigned task. In the status, they will select in progress or completed or execution frozen, completed with errors. So the user change the status based on that progress activities. So in this tracker, we can see the status of the each tasks. Once completed, we can change the task. Okay. So this is the implementation project setup here. Then we can see the implementation project. Okay. Geographic, manage geography. I can show that. So in the manage geographies, for example, country code India, I am selecting India. Country name India, it's showing country code IN. Geocoding defined the latitude and longitude coordinates for a location, and address cleansing defined, structure defined, tick mark is enabled, and hierarchy defined, validation defined. Okay, for example, select this manage geography structure. So in this, first define the structure: state, country, state, county, township. So these are the hierarchy setup. So if you want one more hierarchy setup, you can create and add the geography type here. Okay, area or autonomia, city, whatever. If you want, you can add the structure here. After that, once the structure is defined, then hierarchy, manage geography hierarchy. Okay, in the hierarchy, for example, India country, the country we can include all states. So this is a hierarchy. So for example, India, state Andaman, included county. So Andaman Island county I am selecting. So in the county, town it's showing. So in the town, what are that chip codes details is available, it will showing here. Okay, so this is hierarchy. Then action, validation, manage geography validation. So in the validation, you can set address style. Address style means Indian postal address format, HCM address format, or whatever. You can select address style. So address style format mapping here. For example, address line 1 attributes, address line 2, line 3 city, county, state, whatever. Based on the style format you can include. Enable that geography mapping and validation. Enable list of values: state, tax validation, geography validation. State, these three validation is checking. County, only geography validation is checking. Town, only geography validation. Chip, also geography validation. Geography validation control: save address with master geography mismatch. It's throwing error or no validation. You can select the condition, based on that it will work. And yeah, this is the geography setup here. Then establish enterprise structure. Here is that all functionality we can develop, I mean initial project structure we can create here in the established enterprise structure. For example, in the client, we need to give one sample project, initial implementation of project. We can do the development of this enterprise established structure module. Okay, in this task, here you can see that not loaded. So once we create established enterprise structure, after that our name is organization name is showing here. We can click and loaded the changes. It automatically loaded here in this Fusion application. So after that status is changed to loaded. Okay, I can show one by one. First click create enterprise configuration. You can give your organization name. For example, I am entering my organization enterprise corporation. Enter. Okay, so description also, if you want, you can mention here. Okay, see, you and now land upon this screen. First establish enterprise structure, enterprise detail we can give here. Short name, I can give short name. And primary industry, what is your organized primary industry? My industry is construction. Headquarters country, where your enterprise is, headquarters is available. You can select the country. I am selecting India. Legal information, so legally registered your enterprise legal entity, I mean legal employer name you can give here. For example, Ram India Private Limited. Legal entity identifier, you can give some identification number and registration number. Legal reporting unit registration number also you can give. And legal address, legal address means the legal employer registered address. So first I can create here name Ram India legal address in Chennai. First state, I give some sample data. Okay, Chennai, 9, pin code, state search Tamil Nadu. Okay, so legal address is added. Now, enterprise configuration requirements. You have provided enough information to configure a simple enterprise with a single legal entity operating in a single country. Select on option below. Continue with the interview to set up more legal entity. If you want to set up more legal entity, you can select this radio button. Otherwise, complete setup for a single legal entity in a single country. So I don't want to add on another legal entity, so I can choose this radio button. Now click next. You can land upon here in division. Okay, in the division page. So this is that structure of that enterprise. So first enterprise, next division, next legal entity, again business unit, then rest of this. So one by one we can see here in division. For example, in your organization is two divisions is available. For example, India division and US division, or India South, or India North. So whatever it is, this division is not mandatory. So this is optional case. If you want in your organization, you can add it in the division. Otherwise, you can ignore it. Okay. So now I click save and close. See, Rom Enterprise Corporation Limited. Next, division. So only one division is I can showing here based upon that my initial setup. So if you want another division, you can add it. Okay. If you don't want the division, you can remove here. I can use it only one division. Click next. See, legal entity. So under the division, more legal entities is we can able to add here. So my case, I don't want add no more legal entities, so I can use the existing legal entities. For example, this generate automatically option is based on the division setup. The legal entity is automatically generated using these options. So otherwise, if you want add legal entity manually, you can use this plus symbol add row. Okay, one by one you can add it here. And next, create business unit. So every legal entity having that business units. So in the business units also generate automatically based upon that legal entity level or division level. So based on that you can select and generate automatically the business unit, or manually you can create the business unit. If you manually create business unit, then existing business units will be deleted. Do you want to continue? Okay. So we can able to create the business unit manually. First of all, I can select the business unit manual option. Click next. So in the business unit option, you can able to select code. For example, from BU1 1 business unit 1 active status is active status business units only it will show. So status is active, country India, location whatever location you want, add it Ram India legal address location. Okay, click next. Reference data set. So the reference data set means we have four workforce structure: job, grade, department, location. So in the four workforce structure create based upon the reference data set. The reference data set is common set or individual enterprise level, legal entity level. You can create the reference data set. So the reference data set is connecting bridge to the business unit. So this is that called reference data set. So in the reference data set, common set also available. I can add one more my enterprise set level RAM RDS RDS. Okay. If you want, you can add it your own reference data set. Otherwise, you can ignore it. The common set it's enough now. You can use this. Click next. Business unit set assignment. So whatever uh, business unit created, you can assign that reference data set, common set or your enterprise individual set. So I can use that common set. So common set means what are the common workforce structure created, for example location, job, grade, department, those all data able to you can use this business unit during the employment hiring or work relationship assignment during that time. Okay, and click next. Location reference set, location reference data set also I can assign common set. Now save and close. So my enterprise setup is almost completed. See, now click load enterprise configuration. We can able to load the all our setup in this Fusion application. So in this instance, I don't want to use this functionality. So just I can show that setup configuration level. Once this loading functionality is completed, the status is showing loaded. So I can see that review established enterprise structure. Here is all your setup detail you can see here, and manage reporting structure. In this option, you can see the your established enterprise structure in the diagram format. For example, our organization, I can click establish only one legal division. So in this division, it's showing that legal entity detail also. Yeah. So in the diagram format, you can see here. Next, I can. Yeah. Next, we can see that reference data set. How to create a reference data set. So these all functional task we can see here. These all create in the one task. Otherwise, we can go for each task of this modules one by one. For example, manage enterprise HCM information or manage division or manage legal entities. So whatever this does, we can go with one by one also. Individually, we can configure. So better we can go for individual. Then only more information we can able to capture. Okay. So first we can create the reference data set. After that, we can go with one by one.